I moved the camera a little bit. And when you do buy your tortillas, get the ones that have all the little bubbles in them. Hopefully you can see the little bubbles on them. These are the best. They don't break. The ones that are like super slick will break. These are the best. So get yourself some good corn tortillas. I know I try to cook healthy, but I also try to cook easy. Some of my recipes will be a little bit harder, but most of the time it'll be with canned goods. And so anyway, so we're gonna have the tortillas. We're gonna bake them. So go ahead and heat your oven to 380. We're gonna be using it to bake our tortillas so we can make it like a tostada. And later on tonight I'll be making tostadas, and I'll incorporate that for my dinner or lunch video. So huevos rancheros, meaning huevos, eggs. We're gonna need eggs. It's important to have a high protein breakfast. It burns energy throughout the day. Usually when you have a carb breakfast, it'll make you crash and it'll make you sleepy. The carb turns into sugar. So the best thing to have is a protein breakfast, and most of the time I will cook protein breakfast. And try to get, when you get your eggs, make sure it's an all natural, produced without the use of artificial growth hormones or antibiotics. Try to go with grain-fed chickens, organic if you can. If you can't, then go ahead and just buy your regular eggs. But remember, we're putting all this in our body, and they usually give chickens all these hormones to make them big, and it affects the eggs. So my husband tried to tell me it didn't, and I bought regular eggs, and I can taste the difference. So we're going to use 1 egg and 1 egg white. And for the tostada, it's going to be 1 tortilla. So we're going to have that. We're also going to get refried beans. If you have a can of refried beans, organic refried beans. Refried beans usually aren't that high in fat. So there's my oven. It's telling me it's done. Anyway, so we're going to use some of refried beans. Not even a quarter of a cup. We're going to spread that on there. And I'm also going to put some spinach. If you can buy baby leaf spinach. If you can buy organic, by all means. If you can't, just go ahead and get the regular. I know organic things are just a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it because it's your body, and you need to take care of your body. We don't think twice about, buying that $7 burger menu, and we think twice about trying to feed our body organically and healthy. So, but if you can't buy organic things, that's fine. A lot of places don't have organic things. Just get your baby leaf spinach. We're probably going to use also like a quarter of a cup. Next thing is you can get your tomato. Dice your tomato. Slice it. Don't dice it. Slice it. Or if you have salsa, you can add some salsa to it. I have some homemade salsa. I will be showing you how to make my salsa in another video. If you're from Texas, you know H-E-B sells a lot of organic homemade things already made for you without all these artificial flavors. So I have some H-E-B medium salsa that I will be topping it. As I said, if you don't have your salsa, you can use slices of tomatoes, and you can use how many you like. If you love tomatoes, go ahead and use a whole tomato. It's up to you what you want to use on there. I'm going to top it with my mozzarella. If you can get half skim milk mozzarella, go ahead. Or you can use some feta cheese. And if you have some avocado or fresh made guacamole, go ahead and use it. If you don't have to include this. I love avocado and eggs for the protein, but if you live and you have an H-E-B or your Smiths makes their own homemade avocado guacamole, go ahead. If not, you can use 1 avocado and use a few wedges on it, like 3 wedges. So I'm going to be putting some on mine. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to need to do is make our tostada. healthy way. We're not going to fry it or anything. We're just going to bake it. Let's get over to the oven so we can get started on this, okay? We're in my oven. It's already at 380 degrees. And as I mentioned, I was going to make dinner. I'm making dinner. So I'm going to make extra tostadas. Just go ahead and lay them. Don't put any spray or anything on there. Oh, I forgot to also, when we make our eggs, you can add the Celtic sea salt, and of course we'll also be using our coconut oil. Alright, so I have 6. My oven's already warm. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to put it in my oven. Put it in there for 7 minutes. Timer 7 minutes, and then what'll happen is when the timer goes off in 7 minutes, we'll go ahead and turn them over for another 7 minutes till they're nice and hard, a little bit golden. Then we know our tostadas are done. What we can do right now is get our eggs ready, and I did forget to mention the oil. We're going to need some coconut oil. Turn on your stove at a 3.0. There we go. Get our coconut oil and our Celtic sea salt. Oh, I'm going to use about half a tablespoon of coconut oil. Let it warm up. Once it's done warming up, it'll probably take a good minute. We'll start with our eggs. So I'll see you guys in 1 minute. It's been a minute. Now what we can go ahead and do, we'll let that keep on warming. Let's cut our beans. Let's go ahead and open our can of beans. What you can do is, if you see the oil resting on it, you can throw it away. It's not a lot of oil. I keep it. See, it's hardly any oil. Let's microwave that until it's nice and warm. So we can go ahead and put that on our tostada. So we're going to go ahead and microwave it. Put the top on. It's okay. You guys are going to hear my kitty. My son went to the dentist and he's like missing him. Okay. Microwave it so it's done. So everything will be done around at the same time. So it's like you're working, doing several things at one time. I'm going to microwave it for 2 minutes. Stir it, and then another 2 minutes. My tostadas are about to be done on one side. That's still warming up on low. And we're going to go ahead and flip our tostadas over because the minute is about to be over. Be careful not to burn yourself when you're getting the don't burn yourself when you're getting the tostadas out. Go ahead. You can use some tongs or your hand to flip it over. They're not going to come out this perfect straight once they're done baking. It's done. So I went ahead and I sliced my tomatoes while we're waiting. We can slice them so we can go ahead and put them in our eggs. Now we're going to put the eggs in there. 1.5 eggs. Season to your liking when it comes to the salt. Let's mix our beans. I'm sure you guys know how to microwave beans. We're also going to be using these beans for our tostadas. So let's mix that over. So these are the beans we're going to use. So when we're done eating breakfast, we can use the same beans for dinner. Refrigerate them. There we go. You can cook your egg to your liking. I usually like to cook my egg for 2 minutes. So we're going to need the timer for 6 minutes for the tostadas. And we're going to cook the beans for 2 minutes. And our egg's getting ready to be done. I don't flip my egg till the jelly-like substance is almost white. The jelly-like substance has to be almost white. So I'm going to keep on cooking it for another minute, and then I'll flip it over for about 30 seconds. And it'll be done. Let's see. So it's very important to eat protein for breakfast. Every time I have like pancakes, or I have French toast, which we'll be making French toast. But this French toast is going to be made out of multi-grain bread, the Nutri-Grain bread with nuts in it, so it's giving us the protein in there. But every time, it seems that every time I make that, well, when I make it out of regular bread, I get the jitters really quick. So that's why I have to have breakfast, and I just don't function properly when I don't eat eggs for breakfast. So not only am I going to be cooking, but I'm also going to be giving you a little bit tips. So it's important to have that protein, and your body will burn it. Use it as fuel instead of using carbs, because you know carbs are just going to turn into sugar. So, but don't think I'm going to be one of those that eliminates carbs. I won't. So it looks like the jelly-like substance is done. Going to flip it over for a good 30 seconds. So that way it can cook. Our beans are done. We're going to set the beans aside. Our tostadas are still cooking. So once my egg is done, I need 30 seconds. I'm going to put the egg on a plate, and I'm going to wait for those tostadas to be done, okay? So I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Let me plate my egg right away. So it's done. Cook your egg to the consistency you like. You can scramble the egg if you want, but it's the jelly of the egg yolk, that's going to make it really good. So I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. It's been 3 minutes. See, they are done. Let's see. Make sure that when you do cook them, you bake them, they're crispy. They are going to turn a little bit brown. Yep, they're done. Turn off your oven, and let's get, well, let's put it right here. Let's get ready and let's start making our egg. Hi you guys, I'm redoing this portion because when I tried to download it, it told me my video file was corrupt. So we're done cooking everything, and we're going to go ahead and put a good tablespoon to 1/4 cup of refried beans. There we go. And to prevent from things falling all over the place, we're going to add our 1 tablespoon of whatever healthy cheese you want. I'm putting mozzarella here. And I'm putting a good tablespoon of mozzarella. I'm also going to put my baby leaf spinach to prevent things from sliding all over the place. There we go. You're going to put the egg over. This is just 1 egg. On mine it was 1 egg and an egg white. I'm going to add the fresh tomato over it. Well, my daughter doesn't like that much fresh tomato, so I'm just putting 2 on there. And if you have your delicious salsa, you can add it along with your guacamole. If you don't have your guacamole, you can add about 3 wedges of avocado and add some delicious salsa over it, because these are Huevos Rancheros. And you can top it off with a little spinach leaf. And this is your delicious Mexican Huevos Rancheros Tostada. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. And so I want to thank you guys for joining me today in eating healthy and losing and keeping this weight off together. You guys enjoy.